Welcome back to MKE Gadgets. Today I have a client who gave me all these old pistons and he wants me to turn them into business card holders. So if you take your business card, it doesn't really fit in there well. And I thought, well, if I could mill a slot through the wrist pin boss, that would be pretty nice. You have to remove the wrist pin keeper. I put my thumb on one side so it doesn't fly out, and I use an ice pick. And you have to get underneath it. And there it went flying out. Never to be seen again. Next you need to remove the piston rings, and there's a special piston ring tool for that. And you spread them, and be careful, they will go flying. So you find the gap in the piston, put your tool in there. The bottom rings are a little bit harder. You can find that gap and go in there with the ice pick and just remove one ring at a time. And here you can see the top one. And then with this little notch here, you just go underneath and you can pull out the last one. Now you can save the rings and put them back in if you want. That's just personal preference. So just make sure all your steel has been removed. Both keepers are out. Your wrist pin is out. Let's go over to the Bridgeport mill and mill a slot. Now at the mill, you got to put the wrist pin back in. And we're going to use that to indicate our part. The slot for the business card is going to be milled in these bosses for the wrist pin. We want to get the two wrist pin bores straight with the x-axis. With the indicator probe touching the wrist pin, this is a highly ground surface. I'm going to move the table to the left. I'd like to get this indicated in within 5 thousandths. Let's see what we got. Well, you can see the indicator moved about 4 thousandths. 4 thousandths is a little thinner than 2 pieces of paper, so I'm going to call that good. Next, I got to find the center of the piston that will give me a line, the center of these two bores. I'll use my edge finder. I'll set my 0 here. I'll move over. I'll find my dimension in Y and divide that by 2, and that will find me the center line of the bores. The end mill I'm using is high-speed steel, 1/2 inch 2 flute. So all I have to do now is run the end mill back and forth till we break through the top of this boss. My down feed will be 50 thousandths a pass. I'm holding it with a V-block, so I don't want it to move. Well, that didn't turn out so good. My problem was I had only one V-block, and I was pushing the piston right out of the V-block and the vise. So I rotated the piston 90 degrees. Instead of pushing out of the vise, I'm going to push it towards the vise. I'm only going to do a depth of cut of 25 thousandths. Let's see how this goes. Is all done, and it didn't fly out this time. Let's take it out and see what we got. We got a little chip out when the piston got loose before we changed the setup. I'll clean that with a file. I'll just deburr. I think it looks pretty good. Let's go see if a business card will fit. Well, after a little deburring here with a file and the belt grinder, I think it turned out pretty good. Let's see if a business card will fit. Look at that, fits like a glove. If you have any old pistons in your shop, you can make a business card holder. It makes a great gift for someone special in your life. I got one down. I got 9 more to go. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please share this with your friends and subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you tomorrow.